This video will address the impacts technology has on law. Technology has changed the practice of law, making it more efficient and changing the way lawyers accomplish their duties. It has brought about both positive and negative impacts, which will be discussed with respect to the following areas: globalization, law enforcement, introduction of new crimes and laws, and lawyers. Globalization has resulted in a positive technological impact, as there can now be a smaller physical presence but a larger online presence. With the utilization of websites and social media to advertise, inform, and contact clients remotely, store data online, reducing the need for physical storage space, have online payment methods, e-discovery, and other technological advancements, law firms can greatly downsize their physical space while upsizing their online presence. The number of lawyers who belong to a social network has increased from 15% in 2008 to 78% in 2012. Law enforcement has seen both positive and negative impacts. Law enforcement officers have the ability to find criminals fairly easily and protect citizens by DNA analysis and crime trackers, resulting in a positive impact. There are negative impacts which cause both legal and ethical issues to arise. For instance, many people believe that law enforcement agents, such as the police, are illegally accessing their personal information, and less than a year ago, officers were granted the permission to tap people's cellular devices without a search warrant. One solution would be to present warrants to suspects which would explicitly grant permission to gather their communication information in an ethical manner. Technology has also increased the communication between law enforcement and communities, thereby positively impacting the field. The graphs identify the degree to which law enforcement employs social media. Crime investigations, 62.3%. Notifying the public of crime, 44%. Emergency situations, 40.3%. Community outreach and citizen engagement, 40.6%. Crime prevention activities, 40.5%. Soliciting tips on crime, 40%. The easy availability of smartphones with internet connectivity means that citizens are increasingly able to report crime and other public safety breaches in real time. The next generation 911 system is being designed to incorporate useful forms of real-time information sharing digital media. Technology has introduced new crimes, clearly being one of the more negative impacts it has on law. Our increased connectivity has created new opportunities for criminals, new methods of delivery, and new business models, bringing the online forms of these crimes within the definition of cybercrime. In Australia, the term cybercrime is used to describe both crimes directed at computers or other information communication technologies, such as hacking and denial of service attacks, as well as crimes where computers or ICTs are an integral part of an offense, such as online fraud, identity theft, and the distribution of child exploitation material. One ethical issue which arises out of these crimes is a user may violate the privacy of another and use any information thusly obtained in a malicious manner. Although there are laws which govern the legal issues of cybercrime, because the use of technology and the internet are so widespread, elimination of said crime may seem impossible and maybe even futile. Also, as the technology industry grows, laws are in turn modified, but then so too does cybercrime advance. The solution then would be education of the crimes and existing laws and, ultimately, precaution. For the issue of copyright infringement, one solution is the purchase of a license or piece of software must be transacted with a legal dealer for installation and privacy settings where the user cannot transfer the copy. New laws have been introduced to combat cybercrimes. Intellectual property includes copyright laws and patent laws. Forensic law. Technology can be used to identify criminals through the use of DNA analysis, drug identification, and fingerprint analysis. The Computer Misuse Act. This bill seeks to prohibit the unauthorized access to and use or interference of any computer or any program or data stored on said computer. Lastly, we look at the negative impact technology has on lawyers. Lawyers earn revenue from clients based on the hours spent working on their case. With the onset of technology, many manual processes are now automatic. So, a task which would previously have taken hours to complete can now be done in a mere 15 minutes. This increase in efficiency would lead to a decrease in revenue, which may deter lawyers from utilizing the technology. With this case, we can see the following ethical issue. Is it ethical for lawyers to take the longer approach to completing a case because they will gain less revenue by using the technology available? This may be ethically wrong from the client's perspective, since they are paying for a particular quality of service which ensures optimum efficiency, and would not be getting that if the lawyers choose the manual approach. A solution to combat this. It may be possible to change the concept of billable by hour to having clients be charged based on the efficiency and timeliness of the service provided. From the discussion, it can be seen that the change in technology not only brings about a change in how law is practiced, but also how it is implemented, is enforced, enhances communication between law enforcement and citizens, and leads to the introduction of new crimes and laws. Technology also has a both positive and negative impact on law, with some legal and ethical issues arising. In spite of this, there is an increase in efficiency in the practice of law, and law enforcement can perform more effectively.